Am I the asshole for secretly selling alcohol at my dry wedding to cover costs? So I, 27F, recently got married. My husband, 29M, and I planned a pretty big wedding, about 300 guests. It was beautiful, honestly a dream. There's just one thing. Our families are super conservative and very religious, so we told everyone it would be a dry wedding, aka, no alcohol. That decision kept the peace with our parents and extended family. As we all know, weddings are expensive and we were footing most of the bill ourselves. I saw an opportunity and took it. I hired a licensed bartender friend of mine to set up a VIP bar. Hidden at the venue, it was at a large event hall with a garden and private side rooms. I gave a heads up to about 75 of our younger friends and more chill cousins, and basically had them pay for drinks. Think wedding speakeasy. The drinks were priced reasonably, like $5 a beer, $8 for cocktails, and people were happy to pay because 1, open bar weddings are rare in our circle, and 2, they thought it was kinda fun. Long story short, between the money from drinks and tips, we made about $2,000, which helped cover part of the catering bill. The issue is, word got out. A few of my aunts overheard someone talking about the secret bar, and now my mom is livid. She says I lied to everyone, disrespected the family, and made a mockery of our values. My mother-in-law also called me manipulative and selfish. But honestly, most of our guests didn't even know it happened, and the ones who did loved it. We didn't force anyone to drink. We just gave the option discreetly. My husband is kind of in the middle. He gets why I did it but wishes I had told him beforehand. I didn't because I knew he'd get stressed and say no out of guilt. So, am I the asshole for secretly selling alcohol at my dry wedding to offset the cost? Edit. I did not keep the bartender's tips. We paid him well, he kept all his tips. You're the asshole. Dude, I was significant other and bored with you. This was a great idea. Until you neglected to inform your spouse. If you both had agreed, then frankly I'd say your conservative family's opinions don't matter, but your spouse's does. Let this be a lesson in marriage for the future. Always consult your partner. The rest of the world can be against you, but you both should always have the other's back. By lying to them you weren't being a good life partner. Honestly, I thought your wedding speakeasy was an awesome idea. You are the asshole big time for not including your husband in on it, but not the asshole for doing it. You guys are a team and it was both of yours wedding. However, your life and your values are yours. Nobody has the right to tell you how you should live your life. You're a grown, married woman. Grow a backbone and stop letting them try to control you. Your husband should do the same. It's not going to get any better when you buy a house or have children. If they don't like it, tough. You are the asshole if you kept the bartender's tips. Long story short, between the money from drinks and tips, we made about $2,000. If you charged for the drinks, fine whatever, but if you kept the tips too, you're an AH. So skeezy. Not just for the hidden bar, but for stealing the bartender's tips. I don't see why they would be your friend. You sound like such an incredibly selfish person. If you can't afford a big wedding, then don't have a big wedding, you narcissist. And your marriage is doomed cause it started with a lie. You are the asshole. You started your marriage by lying to your spouse, your parents, and your in-laws on literally day one. Beginning with deception like that is an inauspicious start for sure. So you are the asshole for that. If you and your husband decided to never say the wedding would be dry, just not to fight with either set of parents when they said it had to be, as in, change subjects and avoid the question, or respond with something non-committal, and then quietly do his wedding speakeasy, I'd be so much more on your side. Neither of your parents should have been dictating about your wedding, though they could choose not to pay for the bar, given their views, but you agreed and told everyone that you were doing so. Definitely you are the asshole to the other 200 guests who weren't told there was a bar. Imagine having to sit through someone's dry wedding only to find out they and their friends were drinking the whole time. Am I the asshole for staying in bed while my boyfriend's family surprise visits? My boyfriend and I were relaxing at home after a long day. It was 10 p.m. and I was already in bed for a migraine. It's been a tough week for me because of D&C procedure I had after a very painful pregnancy and miscarriage. My husband was also about to go to bed since he worked all day and was tired too. He gets a surprise call from his mother who said she was on her way to the house to give us something and she's with her sister. My boyfriend became upset. He told her that it wasn't a good time as we are already in bed. It's not out of character for her to just do things so randomly and spur of the moment. She's not a planner and always sucks people into chaos. He's frustrated because he knows I'm tired and not feeling well and said, well, I really want you to meet my one aunt. I said, yeah, I would like to meet her too, but I don't feel good and it's my fault they decided to come. So he gets upset and I assume it's over his mom and I try to calm him down by asking him to just entertain her for a little while but to please keep the noise down and not smoke inside the house as it will just make my headache worse. He then flips on me somewhere and I'm the bad guy for not even saying hi. So they come and they are loud. The garage doors are going. The dog is going. I can't sleep and I'm getting really angry. I called my Hai Suan DM when they were all in the basement under our bedroom and I said I appreciated her brininess stuff but it's really late and I need to sleep. Then this morning he's ignoring me and when I ask what's wrong he's telling me I'm rude for not even saying hi to them when they came. I think it was rude of them to show up so unannounced and to disregard how I'm feeling after what I just been through. Am I the asshole for not saying hello? You're not the asshole. It's rude as fuck to tell anyone that you are coming over without asking if it's okay. It's major orbit to do that at 10 p.m. Your boyfriend needs to grow a spine and learn to tell his mommy no. Oh, honey, I'd have said, hello, alright, it would have been followed with, get the fuck out. Who do you think you are showing up like this? I've just had a miscarriage and you're expecting entertainment? At 10 p.m.? GTFO. And I'd have said it to my partner if he said one damn word about me being rude. Rudeness, theirs, doesn't deserve a polite response. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Boyfriend needs to give a shit about you. He also needs to learn how to say no to his family. He also needs to stop sulking like a child because you refused to be pushed around by his family. Not the asshole who the hell visits at 10 p.m. and then to come anyway after being told it's too late? Your husband and his family are the Oz here. Get on better BC. You don't want a baby with this man. Realize this is what your life will be like. 10 p.m.? Unless it's a life-threatening emergency, his mom has zero reason for showing up without warning. You have a boyfriend problem who's not able to set boundaries and tell her no. Not the asshole. He needs to deal with his family. Am I the asshole? I don't want my husband coming on a family cruise. I, 50 female, have been with my 52 male husband for 24 years. Over the past few years, he's aged in dog years. My fun-loving, energetic, happy husband has become someone who only sits and stares at the wall. When he's not doing that, he's sleeping. Without interference, he would sleep for 20 hours out of every 24. He's been like this for 4 years now, has seen 20 doctors and takes 3 pills for each one he saw. In January, he broke a bone in his foot walking up the stairs because he developed a heel wound and didn't tell anyone. Bone infection equals weak bones. Since then, he's been hospitalized 3 times, had 2 surgeries, currently has a large external fixator on his right ankle, leg that resembles like a metal halo, and 2 more planned. I had to give him IV antibiotics twice a day through his PICC line, second round of 6 weeks, as he can't see well enough to do it himself. He gets daily wound care to his heel from visiting nurses that I have to do 4 days a week because they will only come 3 times a week. Plus, I have to change it every time the dressing falls off, which is another 2-3 times a week. As you can imagine, he cannot work, which forces me to carry every burden we have. I have had to work more hours to support the entire family. I have to clean our house, cook every meal, pay the bills, food shop, car maintenance, arrange and go to medical appointments. I just had to fix the garbage disposal that my husband dropped a fork into and our youngest scooter got a flat. Oh, did I mention we have 2 daughters, 21 and 12? We do, or rather, I do. If someone is awake but spaced out only 4 hours a day, can you really call them a parent? A year ago, we booked a cruise for the family. A week in the Caribbean, water parks, snorkeling, sightseeing, shows, food, you name it. We have all been looking forward to it, but I am desperate to go. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I need a vacation, a break. I'm being pulled in every direction 24/7. We learned 2 days ago that the large metal apparatus in his foot is not coming off anytime soon. Plus, the wound is healing incredibly slow. My husband and I talked about the cruise. It's in a month. He says he is going. I told him that I didn't think he should. I told him I needed a break. That he can't do anything once we are there. He can't swim or submerge the leg with the fracture. That he isn't supposed to be up and around as he's ordered to be non-weight bearing on the one leg. I told him it would be completely unfair to me and the girls as I would be forced to nurse him and push him everywhere in a wheelchair while our daughters would feel guilty about leaving him behind and going anywhere. How is that fun? I explained all that and more. He says he's going. He will just sit in the casino with all the money he doesn't have. I told him, no. He's mad and sulking. So, am I the asshole? I don't want him going. Not the asshole. Everyone sane, in sickness and in health, are really weird. You're not saying you're going to divorce him over his health, but that you need a vacation, break from being his caregiver, which is 100% valid. Not the asshole. Cruise ships are cesspools. Absolutely zero way I'd take someone with multiple open wounds on one. What happens if something happens to him on the ship? Do you have full travel medical coverage for on a cruise in other countries? If no, then he needs to stay home. Medical care on a ship costs a fortune. Nah, esh. Of 20 doctors, has a neurologist and a psychiatrist been in this? This sounds deeper than just a broken foot. Honestly, a cruise is not the place for a medically fragile person. I say go on it, enjoy it with your daughters, and tell your husband you all will plan a better trip altogether. Certain accommodations can't be met on a cruise, the food is not great for health, and it's a bacterial nightmare. My husband used to be an EMT and used to have to pick up patients at cruise ports all the time, and more often than not, the patients were worse off than they should have been, and it was because of being on the ship. It's just not a good idea. I don't think you're the asshole at all. You sound completely burned out, and understandably so. This cruise was supposed to be a break, a true vacation, not just a change of scenery for the same caregiving you're doing every day. Wanting even just a week where you're not a nurse, a housekeeper, a chauffeur, and the sole parent doesn't make you selfish, it makes you human. Your husband might be upset, but the reality is that his current condition simply doesn't allow him to participate in the trip in any meaningful way. It's okay to draw boundaries, especially when you're the one carrying so much. This doesn't mean you don't love him, it just means you need to preserve yourself too. Am I the asshole for refusing to lend my laptop to my younger brother? I, 23F, have a 14-year-old younger brother. For context, I got my first laptop when I started college to study civil engineering. It was a 2-in-1 office laptop that also worked as a tablet. I only had it for less than a semester before the pandemic hit, and my parents decided to give it to my younger brother for online classes. After that, they got me a Dell G3. About a year later, he broke the first laptop, so they gave him my Dell. Then they bought me the one I currently have, an Asus ROG Strix G16. Now, he's also managed to ruin the Dell. My parents are asking me to lend him my Asus for just 2 weeks while they buy him a new one. I said no, and now everyone's upset with me. The thing is, my current laptop has all of my thesis work, graduation project, and personal files. I really can't afford to lose or damage anything. My brother has a track record. He's destroyed 2 laptops in under 5 years, lost 2 original chargers, and we're not even sure how careful he is with his stuff at school. For all I know, he's throwing it around or letting classmates mess with it. My laptop cost over $1,000, and the one they're planning to buy him is around $800. My parents told me if he ruins mine, they'll just give me the new one. But specs-wise, mine is clearly better, and that trade doesn't feel fair. I don't want to risk losing my work or ending up with a downgrade. Now my family is acting like I'm being selfish and not helping out when it's just for 2 weeks. But I feel like I'm just protecting something important to me. So, am I the asshole for saying no? Not the asshole, your family sucks. Also, as a fellow grad student, back up all your thesis work immediately to a cloud storage, USB, and even to your own phone. Not the asshole, but be smart and back up all your graduate work. Desperate parents will do jacked up things. Not the asshole and tell your parents to get little Mr. Destructo a used $100 Chromebook, not waste $800 plus on a laptop he's sure to destroy in a year or 2 anyway. Hell, buy him 8, they still come out ahead. Also, they should get the insurance no one bothers with. Why on earth would it take 2 weeks? 2 days, tops. Not the asshole. Also, as someone who almost lost half their thesis due to not backing my shit up, please for the love of God have your stuff stored in at least 3 places. Google OneDrive is like $2 a month. Bro, hell no. That's not some random laptop you use to write notes that you can just lend for any other laptop. That's a fucking G16, that's a beauty that he will ruin. Your parents don't understand that it's like he lost an old flip phone and they're asking you to lend him your iPhone, and if he breaks they'll give you the flip phone. Not to mention, everything else aside, I would never lend mine to someone if I had sensitive data on it that could be lost. Fuck to the no. Lol, your parents are idiots. The kid ruined 2 laptops, so they want you to give him yours for the 3rd time while they buy him a new one? Tell them to buy him a bus ticket and a library card. You're not an asshole. Your brother is irresponsible. You have important shit on your laptop. He can do without. Classes are in person again. He needs a computer so bad, he can go to the school library, or use that bus ticket I recommended and go to the public library in your town.